Hello and welcome. Today we are in the Tier 7 German battleship Gneisenau. We're playing a ranked battle on the map Trident, and I'm playing on the NA server where I don't even have 14 points for a captain. I only have 10, so I don't even have Concealment Expert on my Gneisenau, which would be the next 4 points I would take on the ship. I spawned towards the A cap, but because my team is going from the B cap to the C cap, I am not actually going to enter the A cap. I'm gonna get close, but then back off. Because obviously, with no real support, I mean it's just me and Yashitaka, it would be a foolish choice to go into the A cap. And I think our strategy makes sense on this map. The distance from the B cap to the C cap on this map is really short. So taking B and C is, I think, a pretty good idea. It tends to be more difficult to go from the A cap than to either take B or C, as long as you don't lose too many ships that went to A for no real reason. You know, ships like mine. And this is why I'm turning away. I don't really have to worry about the destroyer either, because obviously the A cap has not been entered yet, so the DD is not there, and I don't have to worry about torps. And I get to shell this Nachi for free, effectively. Eventually though, they are gonna push up, and then I'm just gonna leave, keeping the island between me and them. Still spotted. I guess it must be the Flint at the C cap. Okay, for some reason, remember how I said our team was pushing from the B cap to the C cap? Well, doesn't appear that they are. Because the Skåne is breaking off, the Algerie is breaking off, the Nelson has not even left the B cap yet, the Colorado seems to be reversing, the New Orleans is actually AFK. So maybe our strategy wasn't as great after all. The enemies are definitely getting that A cap. There's very little we can do about it because they outnumber us here. And unless our team actually decides to do something on C, this might end up becoming a slugfest, where it depends more on who wins the gunfights. I should probably go out there and fight this Colorado, because she seems to be pretty much isolated. I really like my position right now. If you look at the minimap, you can see the Duke of York, the Sinop, the Gneisenau, and the Nachi. And they're all behind the island from me, right? I can engage this Colorado in a little bit without any of those enemy ships being able to shoot me or threaten me in any way. And this is why islands are so amazing. They are the best armor. I don't like being shelled by a Flint though. Please go away, Mr. Flint. I don't think we're gonna... No, actually we're gonna get another shot because the Colorado decided to not sail behind the island and actually turn away. I guess she feels more threatened by the Nelson and Colorado on my team. Our team really should have pushed into the C cap. I mean, they only have a Flint and a destroyer there. Just take one of the battleships and the destroyer and go ham. But unfortunately that just didn't happen. I also don't really wish to fight the Flint, so I can somewhat understand why they didn't wish to push into her. Still though, they had the numbers to easily overwhelm them. Overpens, and this is why nobody likes fighting the Atlantas. It's okay though. We'll leave the fight to somebody else. Right now we're turning in, but we're gonna soon turn out and go face that Duke of York and Sinop and Gneisenau head on. I mean, Gneisenau really isn't very good at fighting cruisers, especially at this kind of range. She's more focused on fighting other battleships. She has torpedoes for close range engagements. She has bow protection to not be overmatched by other battleships as easily. You know, these are... Oh, and she can overmatch other tier 7 battleships too. These are all things you wish in a battleship to fight other battleships. Whereas they're not quite as good at fighting cruisers because I only have 6 guns, and the dispersion is not the greatest. So I'm gonna go fight that Duke of York, Sinop, and Gneisenau instead. You know, like I originally was going to fight them, but Now, they have to push into our team, so I'm gonna have some support at least. You could say that we lured them into a trap, but honestly, this fight could go either way, so I'm not even sure this qualifies as a trap. I can just keep advancing towards them, though. I really don't have to worry about anything. Maybe Nachi torpedoes, but Sinop doesn't have torps, Duke of York doesn't have torps, Gneisenau seems to be really far. And by the time I get close enough, it might not even matter, and oh my god, they're all showing broadside. I am so glad I decided to come fight these guys. You get a citadel, Mr. Duke of York? I should probably shoot the Gneisenau though, to help out my Ashitaka, but... This Duke of York though is a better target. She is so much closer and is much more likely to get hit. And she's just completely oblivious to angling. You get another citadel, Mr. Duke of York. I'm trying to bring my rear turrets around to shoot the Sinop eventually, or the Gneisenau I suppose. I slow down a little bit because I am afraid the Nachi might have torpedoed earlier because I was advancing at a rapid pace. And so the prediction line would have put me ahead somewhere, and I was hoping that that would avoid the torpedoes, like that. Secondary took out the Duke of York, and now we try to angle. Oh my god, the Sinop is firing HE. This is even better. Because I was afraid showing broadside like this would get me punished really hard by the Sinop, but I mean, if she's firing HE, then it's whatever, right? I guess we'll just angle towards the Sinop. I'm gonna torpedo from afar, expecting the Sinop to turn in. I am doing a risky maneuver though, because Nachi might have torpedoed me from the other side. Of course, now I know that the Nachi couldn't have done that because of where she is, but it would have been a possibility because I hadn't seen her for a bit. Okay, how am I gonna fight the Sinop? I guess it'll come down to a close pass, and sadly I actually used the torpedoes on this side. I probably should have turned my ship to the other side and launch torps from there, but whatever. It's already too late to regret that. And I mean, we're winning elsewhere though. My team has finally decided to take out the Flint. And I derped some shells into the bow protection of the Sinop. But I mean, I have torpedoes. Sinop does not have torpedoes, so enjoy. Oh, that wasn't enough. Oh, damn. That's not good. I was hoping that would actually be enough to kill the Sinop, but apparently not. Okay, maybe we can get some citadels with the rear turret. Yeah, we can. Goodbye. Okay, time to torpedo the Gneisenau and probably get torped in return. I mean, I have 10,000 HP and 2 fires on my ship. She has 30,000 HP. I don't foresee this going very well for me. Although that 11k salvo was pretty good to even things out. Let's see if we can maybe land some torps. Doesn't look like it. On the other hand though, we're gonna eat one of his torps, I think. Nope, we avoided it. And now, kiss. I mean, we got the Gneisenau though. Remember, 10k HP versus 30k HP. Worth it. 160k damage. Close quarters expert. High caliber. Sank 3 ships. Maybe I should play ranked some more on NA. 1945 base XP. Is the game trying to tell me something? The secondaries actually did 8,000 damage even though we haven't specced into them at all. But 32k from the torps. This is a pretty damn good battle, and 1.5 million potential even. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.